here today, I think it's a great day, and I've gotten to know much more about GMO foods. It is not necessarily foods that were maybe injected with some chemicals or things that we see on the market, where foods, even when they are not ripe, they are there. You can see them so fresh. You just cut it and you open it, you get to know that, okay, so this food is not even mature to even ripe. So they are not kind of those foods that we see on the market, that they are maybe scientifically grown foods, or maybe they are foods that have been taken through some stages of preparation, that we are able to get something good out of it. I'll take, for example, a chicken or a duck egg, and you put it under a chicken. It will be able to hatch for you to use. You will get everything. You get your chicken, you get everything just as you want. So I am just relating GMO to that it is not anything that has been chemicalized, but a scientific way of improving upon our farm produce, and we are able to get good nutrient from it. So I have now realized that GMO, as we see it, it's not just as we say it. We don't even have GMOs in the commercial quantity in our market. In fact, we don't even have GMO foods released onto our market. We don't even have one yet, because it has to go through stages, and it is still at those stages. We even learned that before approval can be done, it can take 3 years. And we also have a court case pending. So nobody can just bypass this to bring a GMO food onto our market. So if somebody sees a tomato that is too bigger than the size we see, it is not a GMO food. If you see a fruit without a seed or seeds, it doesn't mean they are GMO food. We've also been taught that maybe such fruits are meant for industrial purposes. Those companies who do fruit juice and all that, they can all produce fruits that do not have seeds in them. It doesn't mean they are GMO foods. They are just for another purpose you do not know. So if you want to consume an organic food, then you have to do a better check on the market. When you want to buy food for your family, for your house, for your own consumption, then you have to check it well to know which one is right for you and which one is wrong. So first of all, GMO foods are not on the market. In fact, they are not commercialized yet. Even if it has to do that, Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, they are involved, lawyers are involved, scientists are involved. So I am not sure a scientist who has made so much name or who has a good repute will just want to bring something out to cause fear and panic, or to create some kind of disease, as people used to say. I don't think somebody will just go to school, work for so many years, and just approve something that is let me say, of low quality. I am not sure somebody will do that. So we all need to educate one another to know that indeed we don't even have the foods on the market yet. And I've also learned that countries like South Africa, like Burkina Faso, and the likes, they've all been using GMO foods. But so far, we haven't heard of any country consuming GMO foods and they have to transport their families or citizens to the hospital because of consuming GMO foods. We haven't heard that yet. I can say what you're doing today has been long overdue, as we heard of the GMO foods years ago. So we could have been briefed about it even before it gets to the courts. We get to know. You see, when the people appreciate, they also want to be your number one advocate. Once they get to know and understand it, then they begin to speak on your behalf. So this thing could have started long ago, so that everybody will get to know what really GMO is, what goes into GMO produced food, and what goes into a non-GMO food. What is the benefit to me as an individual, or to the country, to the farmer, to even our environment? So we need to know about all this. So I will urge OFAB to just decentralize this kind of sensitization even to the local farmers, because they will be producing the seeds, they will be producing the foods. So when we get to them, we teach them, we let them know that no, it is not what you think. You know, we are in Africa, and people, sorry to say, hardly read and all that. So you do it in their local languages. You tell them in their local languages, they get to know, they get to understand. Then we'll all begin to appreciate it.
Before I came for this workshop, the idea I have about GMOs is that they are foods that are chemicalized and will be, when you take them in, you are going to get some diseases. There were a lot of issues about GMO that we heard from even some scientists and farmers who were always advocating for organic foods. We should take organic foods, and that GMOs were on the market and all that. But coming here today and listening to the various speakers, I've learned a lot. That the GMOs that we were thinking about, what we were actually being educated on and thought was GMO, was actually not GMOs, and that we don't even have any GMO products on the market. And it was just taking off a gene from plants and then plants to enhance the plant and make it yield more fruits. We will just have to let the ordinary people know in their own language and understand the terms. If they are too big for us, we can invite the scientists to come and explain them well to them. We want let them know that the GMOs, as we have already heard, are not what they are. They are being made to increase food productivity, and they don't have any chemical effect on us. And so through education and proper education, and if we, the journalists, cannot explain them well, we have the scientists there. We can invite them to our studios, we can invite them on our programs to speak the local language and then explain the issues well to the audience or the farmers to understand them well. I think something needs to be done about scientists themselves. Once you are coming up with this idea or how you're developing GMO, you see they are divided. There are some scientists who are for GMO, who are speaking for the GMO, and there are some who are also speaking against it. And so it has become divided among we, the public. There are some people who are going with those who are against, and there are some who are also going with those who are. And so if they are united, if scientists are united themselves and tell us the truth, let us know what GMOs are and know that they are not harmful, so that their voice is one. That way, when you educate the people, you don't have a divided attention. They give you their attention. And so it is all education. But I would also emphasize on scientists being one so that they can push the education further. If you are divided among your own selves, then it becomes an issue, because you would definitely have those who will follow those who are against, and you have those who also go with those who are for.
This workshop have really changed my perception about GMO, in the sense that in the past what I heard about GMO, that food that the white or the Westerners try to impose on Africans in order to kill us. But what I learned today about what GMO product or GMO food is has really changed my perception, and I think it's important because it has been very informative and educative. When it comes to changing the mindset of my audience, looking at how GMO products increase yields in terms of agriculture production and food productivity, I think I will help to convince my audience that food or items from GMOs are not to destroy Africans, and there's no way a white man or a Westerner will import something or send something to Africa just to come and collapse the African people. But it's helpful to maybe improve whatever we are doing. So whatever we are doing, whether we are into food production, whether we are into animal production, whatever they are importing or sending to us will help to increase yields, will help to increase productivity. So that is the only thing we need to do as Ghanaians, because looking at our farming lands and things, they are decreasing, but the number of people are rather increasing. And in order to meet the standard to feed all these people, we need to at least adopt to such GMO products and things, so that we'll be able to produce enough to feed the people. What we are doing now is okay, but whatever you are doing, at least you need to improve upon it. And I think the education should be more copious in terms of the media people that you involve, and especially the farmers. And sometimes you can also involve the opinion leaders in the communities to at least also educate them, because they also have people under them. So when the people or the opinion leaders, the chiefs and the people are educated on this issue, they will also involve their people to be able to understand certain issues about these GMOs and things.
This workshop has enlightened us more and to educate our listeners or our followers. In fact, the perceptions concerning food imposing on them and the doubt they have, this workshop make it prudent for us to categorize, explain, and wash away those doubts and makes thinking that people are for GMA. So I think what we've learned today was brilliant, and it will help we, the journalists, or I, for instance, to pass through my listeners. Make sure that the patronage, yes, services of GMO, and any misinformation that someone might tell them, they should ignore, because we ourselves have partake, and per what we've gone through in the workshop, we will encourage them to make sure that they patronage their services. And also farmers too as well. It's very, very educative, and some of the areas that they took us through will also help farmers, and by so doing, it will also help their farming yield products, and where they must do their farming, the type of crops and things that they ought to use. In fact, it will be very important for them. And in fact, if you can also visit communities, and you also made mention of using the print media for feedbacks in terms of the communication, I must also suggest that you extend your hands to other media houses so that they can, because we have education aspect of some of our programs, that either interview or you come to studio, then we assist you for that. But that will not stand. And today's one, my first time, is encouraging, and I'll urge you to do more.